I'm going to turn my garage into a studio.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay, hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper,
This was on
boy.
my phone for a second camera, but this is what I've got. I've got half a second shutter, f5, 100 ISO, and then we've got a perfectly balanced exposed picture. And then if I just press this, it should take a stable photo because it's on a tripod. So yeah, there's the bike on its own, exposed for the colours. Now we can add in the rest of the lights. Cool, so this is the light I have. It's off of Amazon, really, really cheap. It's like 50 quid, but it does a great job. All my videos at my desk are using this light. And then this is my LED bar that I also use for a backlight. So we're gonna try to use these two, again, on a budget, nice and cheap. And we'll see if we can get some good lighting with just this. I'll leave all this linked below, as always. Thinking main light here, maybe the second light here, like I do with my desk videos, the red light coming in here, and then I'll either try to cover this up or we'll just leave this as a natural light that's gonna have to come into the photo. So yeah, let's try that. Let me shut this. Bosh, here we go. This is actually gonna be really cool. This is actually lighting up really nicely. You have the remote. That's what's good about this one. You can change the temperature and the actual brightness. So I can go full brightness, dimmest, which I think I'm gonna do. I can do warm, I can do white, or I can do cold. White's the cleanest option because then we can add colours from there. So let's bring that, stay at f5 so then the whole bike's in focus. Let's do a darker version. Even darker version. Cool, and let's do the second light. So let's turn this main one off. And then let's do this light on its own. You want to do them on their own because then you can actually really manipulate them individually. Whereas if you do them all together, you can't actually adjust them separately. So let's do that. I think that light's going to be the one to go for. It's looking a bit green, but let's just get that there. And then let me just do another colour just for an option. Maybe purple. I should probably focus on that floor, shouldn't I? Just bring the flexi spot down to the floor. Nice one. And then we'll do one all together with both lights. So this is going to be the hard part, trying to expose this. Basically what I do to underexpose and overexpose, I just set the f-stop to what I want, and then because it's on a tripod, shutter speed doesn't matter. Because obviously you can just go a low shutter speed and you're not going to get any shake in the camera. So it doesn't matter what shutter speed you're at. We are finished. Let me just pack this garage away and then let's jump into the desk and see what we got.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember.
Oh man, can't wait to get back on that. This is before Photoshop, right? Keep that in your mind. We're stacking these photos up, so they're not gonna look that great right now. I just wanted to set the color and editing style in Lightroom, and then the main thing is going to happen in Photoshop. So this is like just to catch the front end of the light here. Don't really care about any rest of it. I'm just looking at the front end for this photo. I used Harsh Sun from my preset pack. So if I reset, which image shall I reset? I'll reset this one. This is what it looked like normally when you try and adjust it, but then you just put on Harsh Sun from my preset pack. We're 1 of 25. And then we did some adjustments to end up. It just gives you that texture straight away, and then you do some adjustments to end up with the products that we've got, which was this, after I played around with some colours and did some adjustments. But obviously you can see the back end of the bike is being affected by the colour, so we did a couple of different exposures. So we've got a green one, but again, the back end is now green and black. We don't want that. So we've got a separate photo here just to catch the back end. It's actually a little bit out of focus. I think I've got another one here. Yeah, this one's in focus. So I've got the back end here of the bike that we can actually use to keep the colours natural. But we're stacking all these images, but that's the editing I've gone for. I just used my preset pack. It's linked below. So from there, we threw it into Photoshop, and we ended up with this. So we removed the window, removed the wardrobes, left the stuff at the top because I actually quite like that. It looks quite cool. And then we used one image from the front side. I can show you all here on the right hand side. You can see here we've got this photo, which was, can I remove them? Yeah, look, we've just got the back end of one photo of the clear one. And then we also put on top that separate one that had the purple back end, but I just rubbed out the purple back end from this one and just kept the front end of the bike. And then you've got the actual background of just the general image here, like as a whole, the empty room, which was this shot here. So I originally started with that as the base for Photoshop, and then I've just layered these photos in. Obviously these are all the adjustments for the AI. I always use the AI because it's easier. And then you can see here I put the green light in because it was purple onto that, but I didn't really like it, so I went with the green. But obviously I had to rub it out, and then I've got a bit of purple coming in here, but we just wanted the green on the floor at least and on the wall, but not affecting the rear tyre. So that's why we stacked the images. But I think that's pretty decent. Do you know what I mean? That's fucking sick to say that you can get that from your garage, even though there's loads of stuff around. Just get a couple of good lights and then use the Photoshop AI to remove the stuff in the background. All I want to do, because this obviously looks a bit like you see under these tyres, it looks a bit like I've just put the bike into the image, you can sort of tell. So what we're going to do now is export this, and now we're going to import that photo, that photoshopped photo, back into Lightroom again. So we've come from Lightroom to Photoshop back to Lightroom. Then all we're going to do is we're just going to add some shadows in so it looks a bit more realistic, because it does look a bit not realistic right now. So I'm going to add a shadow in from this side. We will minus the subject so we don't affect any of that, and I'm just going to bring some shadows in to the image. So we'll go about there, and then I'm just going to get the brush tool, and you see around this tyre, this is the worst bit. This looks so realistic, because look, this one's got a shadow, it looks realistic. This is way too bright, so we do need to just add some shadows in here. So I'll add a little bit and then choose what I want shadow wise. So we'll go about there, get that in there, bring that all the way down actually, and then I'm going to start tapping this in. So we'll go for that back end, bit under there, bit under there. That looks better already, just because it darkens off the blend between the floor and the tyre, because otherwise it just looks too much of a sharp line, and you can see it from a mile off that it's been like fiddled with. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That just goes to show you can get a fucking photo shoot done in your garage. You just got to use your brain. You don't need to go spend loads of money on a studio. Even if you had the money, I would go do it. But if you don't have the money, you can still get it done. You just need to, yeah, use some brain and some Photoshop AI, and you can get the job done. All right, presets are below. Subscribe. Channel's being monetized. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.